Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'm bringing you a Simon and Garfunkel triple reaction. We're going to be checking out the songs I Am a Rock, The Boxer, and Bridge Over Troubled Water. And for all three of these tracks today, we're going to be doing a lyrical analysis as well. Thank you to Adam the Fearless for requesting these songs today and for bringing more Simon and Garfunkel to the channel. They are an iconic duo and one that deserves a lot more attention. We first heard them on the channel in the song A Hazy Shade of Winter, which that finally afforded me an opportunity to hear them. I think the only other time I've heard them is their Sound of Silence song, but even before I ever knew they existed, I heard the Disturbed version of that track. So, yeah, there's a lot to unpack with Simon and Garfunkel, but I'm excited to check this out today. So without further ado, let's jump into it.
A winter's day in a deep and dark December, I am alone, gazing from my window to the streets below, on a freshly fallen silent shroud of snow. I am a rock, I am an island.
There's good energy in this. Pay close attention to the panning. I was going to mention it, but then the singing started. You could hear the first vocalist there just panned in the left with the acoustic guitar with barely anything in the right until the brighter electric came in. It's interesting.
I am an island.
It's like darker, muddier sounds here, brighter sounds here.
I built walls, a fortress deep and mighty, that none may penetrate. I have no need of friendship. Friendship causes pain. It's laughter and it's loving I disdain. I am a rock, I am an
I am a rock, I'm an island. Wow. That is isolating.
Don't talk of love. Well, I've heard the word before. It's sleeping in my memory. I won't disturb the slumber of feelings that have died. If I never loved, I never would have cried. I am a rock, I am an island. I have my books,
Just a lot of strumming, just doom, 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 doom,
and
doom,
my poetry to protect me. I am shielded in my armor, hiding in my room, safe within my womb. I touch no one and no one touches me. I am a rock, I am an island. And a rock feels no pain, and an island never cries.
Wow. I can't wait to get into these lyrics. Oops. I don't know why it switched to a different song. I want to look at the lyrics here. A great first track. I was not expecting the mix to be as sparse as it was, because there's only, I would say, like 6 or 7 like distinct instruments here. Two are the vocalists, 2 are the guitars, 1 is the drums, that's 5, and I'm just going to throw in another 2 just to say that I covered all my bases. that is not a lot, and it's interesting to go in with that, I guess, level of confidence that all you need are the two voices, are the two instrumentalists. Um, it's an interesting song. In terms of like vibe, it's rather upbeat, which is interesting when we'll consider the lyrics because often it felt a little bit more sullen as I was reading through these lyrics. It has a very like classic kind of classic feel to me as I listen to this song. And I know I'm going to get pushback on this statement, but I do get reminded of the Beatles as I hear this. Not to the same extent. I mean, there's different levels to the harmony game, and their songwriting is different than what we heard here. If it was a Beatles track, it would be over 2 minutes ago. You know what I mean? But let's jump into these lyrics. A winter's day in a deep and dark December. I'm alone, gazing from my window to the streets below on a freshly fallen silent shroud of snow. I am a rock. I am an island. This is like the very typical sad boy aesthetic when it's wintertime. Maybe, nobody's calling you, your girlfriend broke up with you, and you're alone with your thoughts. It's cold outside. You look outside for inspiration just to pass the time. I'm a rock. I'm an island. The island implies isolation. The rock implies almost like one is apathetic or cold-faced, no longer emotionally reactive. Maybe numbed. If it's pain he's going through, then he may want to numb his emotions and be that rock and then isolate to the island. I've built walls, a fortress deep and mighty. And walls, they keep others out, they also keep you in. That none may penetrate. I have no need of friendship. Friendship causes pain. Its laughter and its loving I disdain. I am a rock, I am an island. The question I want to ask is, who hurt you? And why, oh why, do you hate laughter and loving? What did it ever do to you? But I understand the grievances as well, because when you have friendships, when you have relationships, and they don't work out for the best, they hurt us, and they can kind of convert us into a more jaded version of ourselves. Like, hey, the last time I tried this whole friendship thing, my heart was broken. I cried for multiple days. I felt so much pain. So better to not feel any pain at all and avoid that whole thing. Don't talk of love. Well, I've heard the word before. It's sleeping in my memory. Comatose, right? The love is no longer a thing he thinks about. I won't disturb the slumber of feelings that have died. If I never loved, I never would have cried. I am a rock, I am an island. And these statements, by the way, are being made extremely declaratively, as if nothing could revert the situation or the emotional state that he's in. He's basically consigned himself to this unloving future. And I will never believe that's going to be true. I think everybody has a path to redemption in one way or another. In this case, it's going to be an emotional redemption where he can believe in the ideals of friendship and love. But it can be done, and I guess you do have to build back that trust slowly but surely and stack the evidence where you can. But don't just completely throw it away. I have my books and my poetry to protect me. I'm shielded in my armor, hiding in my room, safe within my womb. I touch no one, and no one touches me. I am a rock. I am an island. I mean, that's just like poetic in the way it's written. How his poetry is the thing that brings him solace, that helps him feel safe, and like a womb, literally being nurtured and brought into this world, nourished, so that he may survive on the outside. So maybe this time I'm spending here, no one's getting in, it's impregnable, but eventually I'm going to go out, and when I leave, it's going to be on my own terms. It could be an implication, but the other part of me thinks, well, he's already self-isolated this much, he's going to go the entire way, and no one is going to get within 50 feet of me. And then the last lines, and a rock feels no pain, and an island never cries. Complete emotional numbness. The ups, you no longer feel it. The downs, you no longer feel it because you're avoiding all emotion. I used to do this. And in some senses, I still do this to this day. I think maybe we all do in one way or another, where we stifle our own emotional expression or certain activities or friendships or relationships because we know that they bring about some kind of pain, and we have to take the bad with the good with the bad. But if you decide not to take anything at all, then you numb. And that's the way it works. You can't be only happy. You have to have the sadness with the happy. And sometimes people logic their way into, if there's any sadness, then there's no amount of happiness that is worth it. And that's usually because the sadness they've experienced was all at once a huge loss, a huge misfortune, and then the momentary happiness cannot gulf that, and they can't get out of that rut fast enough to where they've logicked their way into believing they could never get out of it. And the place to stay is one of emotional numbness. Man, that's just the first song. All right, I'm a bit of a yapper, so please excuse me. Let's jump into the next track here. We'll do The Boxer now.
I am just a poor boy, though my story is seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises.
I like that lyric. Very poetic.
Hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest.
That's a pleasant harmony as well.
When I left my home and my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers.
Like a mini foghorn.
Of the railway station, running scared. Laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they
The subtle
know.
finger style on the acoustic guitar, you can just hear it. Oh, I really like the harmony on this song. Great melody in this chorus.
Wages, I come looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just to come on from the wars on 7th Avenue. I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome I took some comfort there. La, 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 la.
Wow. The harmony, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's like nigiri, where you have the bed of rice below and then the sushi, the fish on top. Is that nigiri or is that sushi? One of those two. I think I'm describing it well enough that you can see it in your own mind. But there's this lower voice that is louder in the mix that we hear. That's the bass, that's the foundation. And then there's this lighter silver lining that adds so much of that contrast that makes the entire base rice dish more enjoyable because of the flavor of the fish. I feel like the flavor is coming from that higher voice as they sing together. And also I'm noticing they do employ harmony at moments, yes, but they rely a lot on just singing the exact pitch and just the differences in their timbre kind of ringing out.
I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome I took some comfort there. La 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 la.
Really liking the guitars in this.
La la la, la 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 la, la 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 la. And I'm laying out my winter clothes and wishing I was gone, going home, where the New York City winters are bleeding me.
God, it is so satisfying for my ears when they sing together.
In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down or cut him till he cried out.
Whoa.
In his anger and his shame, I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. La la la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Right there in the rafters, those strings. This goes so hard. Dude, I wasn't expecting Simon and Garfunkel to get that intense. That was such an emotional trip. Definitely my favorite song so far. Oh, definitely my favorite song so far. Just the way that this song grew. Alone was good enough for me to say it was my favorite, but I loved the melody throughout. I loved the Lila Lies. Really great lyrics as well. And I know that is more of a separate comment because we'll get into those, but I love a song with good poetic lyrics, and Simon and Garfunkel know exactly what they're doing. Just elevates their tracks that much more. Because I like that these lyrics are very conversational, as if a few of these phrases were plucked out of an actual conversation and just kind of converted into melodic song. Oh, gosh. How good is that? How good is that song, by the way? There's so many unique elements in that track, too. I can't even recount all of them. That, like, huge foghorn in your left headphone that would pulse at odd moments and then decrease in pitch. There were the strings as well, and I've noticed that in the first track too. I like that they add the strings at a later point. They don't, necessarily give it to you in full force right away. It's used to accentuate the emotions in any given moment. Let's jump into these lyrics. I'm just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a pocketful of mumbles. Such are promises. All lies and jest. Still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. The last two lines here are the clear, knowledge bomb. But really, there's a whole story unfolding of a person not of means and what their integrity is and looks like. Are they going to maintain promises, or are they going to lead with deception? And so often, if you are in, let's say, the jester role, you have to placate the king. Otherwise, let's say in the medieval times, you were executed, right? You have to just play your part lest you get destroyed. And oftentimes, too, even if you aren't in that like power dynamic kind of situation, people still hear what they want to hear, and they look for information that confirms their bias. So if they've constructed a narrative about person A or B, then whatever that, any shred of evidence that suggests that A harmed B in a certain kind of way is going to be sought after. But the reality of the situation could be A harmed B one time in retaliation to the 100 occurrences of B on A. Okay, anyways, enough of my examples. Let's keep going. When I left my home and my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers in the quiet of the railway station, like literally just running away from home, from his impoverished life, laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know, where the homeless are, where, they'll know places to sleep, further away from society, isolation. I guess which seems to be a recurring theme in these tracks is distancing oneself, either emotionally or in this case, more physically. Then the lies. Asking only workmen's wages, I come looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just to come on from the whores on 7th Avenue. I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome, I took some comfort there. So, talking about trying to get a job, can't do it, and then he finds prostitutes on the streets. Sometimes he indulges. Then I'm laying out my winter clothes and wishing I was gone, going home, where the New York City winters aren't leading me, going home. Just this whole winter, this polar vortex of a weather condition mixed in with all of the crap that I'm going through and dealing with in New York. I just better go home. All of the signs are pointing me away from New York, in fact. But in the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame, I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. Oh, I feel like that is like the exclamation point on the lyrics in this track. I'll do my best to interpret and let me know if I'm on target or not. But the image of the boxers are very, pugnacious, but also very, very much leaders, assertive, wanting to make a life for themselves by means of force and competition. And the boxer, too, has lost and got his licks in, has his wounds, has been cut, has been bruised. And even in those moments of failure, he would leave, but his spirit would still stay there. He was still ambitious, still the fighter. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to take it that way. I think it's more of he's still in the place of anger and shame from having those wounds, but despite all of the reasons to leave, I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. So he was saying out loud, like, I'm not going to do this, and maybe he was going to actually act upon that, but instead he realized, no, this is just what I'm saying. What is actually going to test my mettle and my character is to stay and weather the storm. So apply that to the story of him traveling to New York, trying to find a job. He's still going to continue to try and make it in New York City. That would be the implication for me. And the I love you, I think I have a few explanations for what this might be. I think the I love you is a message to home. I love you. But, let me know if you have a different interpretation. That's a nice song. Really nice. Let's jump into the last track of the day. I think this may be one of their more popular ones, Bridge Over Troubled Water. It gets covered an awful lot. Let's check it out.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all.
That is so smooth.
I'm on your side. Get rough, and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down.
This is my first time hearing this, because I've heard covers of this song, but hearing it in this format, the original format, it's really nice.
When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you.
Yeah, that's what true friendship is all about. That unwavering support for them.
Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me
Wow, that was really pretty. I've been loving this piano melody throughout. Oh, that bass was was powerful.
Sail on, silver girl.
The strings came in,
Sail on by.
the huge pounding, the cellos.
To shine. All your dreams are on their way.
Wow, it is growing, it is growing.
See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over
my God, that was so climactic. Oh, that was so climactic. That's like an album closer for sure. There's no way that's not, because oh my God, it feels like the ending of like the most epic movie you've ever seen. That last like minute and a half segment of of this song was just, I think, the best of what we heard today from Simon and Garfunkel. Everything from Sail On to I Will Ease Your Mind just blew me away. That was so awesome. And this song, it took a different approach to songwriting, to performance. It started pretty much with just one narrative voice singing along to piano in almost a complete piano ballad fashion. I was going to say that the song was seducing us, but lyrically that's not what was going on. It was just more the like clarity in the vocals with that velvety texture that just it feels youthful is what it is, and there's like that unmistakable charm in the delivery. But lyrically it's all melodic. It is all concern about one's friend and their well-being and being there for them. Yeah, I think this song had the highest peak of the tracks that we heard today. But I think like my favorite song in general was The Boxer still. Just love the melody in that track. But let's do the lyrical analysis for this one and then round it off. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side, but when times get rough and friends just can't be found like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. I will be the bridge for you. Make I will make every possible effort that I can for you so that we can get you out of this thing. Even if other friends are leaving you behind, they aren't caring about what you're going through. If you're sad, whatever it is, all the support you may possibly need in your time of need, I'm there for you. It's the ultimate level of comfort and care. When you're down and out, when you're out on the street, when evening falls so hard on you, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. And oh, when the darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. I will lay me down. I love these two lines, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. That is such a beautiful way to frame it, you know? There's this Robert Frost poem I read all the way back in high school, and I totally don't remember it now. I just know it was Robert Frost that these lyrics remind me of. If you guys happen to know it, let me know in the comments, because I would love to read that poem with more mature and fresh eyes. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on the way. Sail on, silver girl. I don't know if silver girl is different than the friend from before. But I would assume so. Like whatever thing is holding you back mentally in this moment, just let that fly away. Let that fly on by and really look within to show yourself, to reveal the truth to you that you are capable of everything, you know? There's no challenge that you can't take on, and you just have to get back to that place where you can let those moments of self-doubt fly away. It could be the interpretation. It also could be a bit different. Let's see. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind. Okay, so the friend is the silver girl who is sailing, and I'm close behind, meaning like she's traveling through life, and if you're sailing, on Silver, that's like a superhero, right? Silver Surfer. So that means the friend is special, is a superhero of some sort. And I will support you on your entire journey. I'm sailing right behind. I don't know. I think I'm taking it a little bit too literally at this point of the reaction. But it just is a very like clear-cut message to me. Let us be there for each other, and no matter what, I will be there for you. Simon and Garfunkel, man, there's a lot to enjoy about these guys. I didn't know how good they were. And man, did this deliver today. I loved these songs. I wasn't expecting these songs to get as intense as they were. I was always under the impression that Simon and Garfunkel were just this like happy-go-lucky duo that, you know, maybe they write sad music, yes, but it is just between the two of them in their performance and the instrumentation, so they can't possibly make something as climactic as we heard today. But of course, my expectations were wrong. They defied them. They exceeded them for sure. And I would definitely be down to do more Simon and Garfunkel on the channel. So if you are interested in making a reaction request, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.